Hey everyone, Keith. Keith. This is my first time going live on TikTok. Okay, as soon as these people move out of the way, I'll show you. This is a group of Chinese tourists here in Thailand. I'm gonna go down, walk along the beach, but there's Terminal 21, so y'all know where I'm at. I'm gonna go down, walk along the beach, but there's Terminal 21, so y'all know where I'm at. Like I said, I've never done this before. I don't know if it's working. I assume it is. And if people are talking, my glasses aren't strong enough to see it. Sorry. I'd like to answer questions, like to respond to you. Glad you're here. I guess the topic I was going to bring up is I've been in Thailand now for 4 years. So I know a little bit. And most of it in Pattaya, so I know a little bit about Pattaya. Do's and don'ts. What to expect. Anybody wanting to message me, I'm more than happy to answer any more questions. If you think I got it wrong, say so. I don't care. Like that. I've enjoyed my time here. I'm not going anywhere soon. A few things I see online. One, I see YouTubers who come here and they're here for 30 days and they see us. Yeah, I'm going to show you here in a minute. They're wrong. Yeah, I'm going to show you here in a minute. They're wrong. This is like one of the only sidewalks that are this wide, except for the one along Beach Road. The one along Beach Road is fine. Any other time, if you're in a wheelchair, you're going to be out there. And I'll show you soon. Hang on a minute, my umbrella. I didn't realize that it was broke when I picked it up. It's 107 out right now, real field temperature. So I brought, I don't know what that was. I saw a finger go across the screen. Like I said, this is my first time. I know nothing about live on TikTok. I wanted to put my picture up here so you could see who was talking, but couldn't figure out how to do that neither. I see some stuff popping up. Like I said, I don't mean to ignore you. It's just I really can't read it. I gotta get like different glasses for I guess TikTok Lives. These are great on the computer, but they are terrible on the phone. Anyhow, let's get back to Thailand. You see that little monument thing coming up, and it's a tribute to the king. Generally, they have a picture of the king up there. I don't know where it's gone to. You'll see these tour buses. 90% of them are going to be, like I said, 90% going to be Chinese. This here is one of the hotels. Can't see it. I'll point it out when we get these. This here is one of the hotels. Can't see it. I'll point it out when we get down farther. There's hotels on that side. You'll have people from all over the world here. It's, you know, really amazing. I'm from the USA, and I see a bunch of people from Europe, and I just naturally think everybody speaks English. Well, if they're Dutch or German, that may not be the case. Okay, here's my point. You're coming down here in your wheelchair, having a great day, and all of a sudden you get here. Okay, that's about, that may be, nah, that's under 30 inches wide. Okay, you can't go down this thing. This is not a ramp. So you're gonna have to go back up there where they're down this thing. This is not a ramp. So you're gonna have to go back up there where the ramp is, get back in the road, and come back down the road. Now that side you may be okay on until you get down around the corner, and then it's gonna thin out, and there's gonna be poles in the way. Matter of fact, this thing isn't even wide enough for me to put my umbrella through. Let me pull it down. You can see this little umbrella has to push through. There is no way you'd ever get your wheelchair through there. Now over here, let me put that umbrella back on. Over here, a lot of the people, especially if they live here, if they're in wheelchairs, they got these little scooter attachments Over here, a lot of the people, especially if they live here, if they're in wheelchairs, they got these little scooter attachments that make them look like a tricycle for their hooked to the front of their wheelchairs, and they clip along really well. I mean, they go along as well as any electric bike you can buy. And ties are very electric bike you can buy. And ties are very understanding. If they're in the road, yeah, they're not going to run them over on purpose. Okay, up here again, like I said, where this tree's at, you'd never get your wheelchair by. And that's the way it is in most places in Pattaya. They'll have a sidewalk, but then, here, I gotta turn my camera a little bit, got a beggar coming up. It's just not wide enough, and then when they'll plant a tree, it's just not wide enough, and then when they'll plant a tree, God love them, gotta have trees. They'll plant a tree, or they'll put a pole after they build the sidewalk, I mean, and then it's no longer handicap accessible. ATMs here, and then it's no longer handicap accessible. ATMs here, except for in the mall, but ATMs here are always up on a pedestal. You have to step up. So if you're in a wheelchair, you're going to have to go to the mall to use an ATM. Everybody else, any 7-Eleven, any Tops Market. We used to have a couple other Family Marts. I think Tops took them over. But all of them, the ATMs are 2 or 3 steps up. And the reason for that is because of the flooding. I mean, they have to do it. It's not, they didn't say, oh, look, we're going to pick up. There is a reason it's not handicap accessible. Handicap accessible. There's that hotel. I don't know if you can see in there. You got a good brush. Actually, this is the most I've ever seen into this hotel. Good brush. Actually, this is the most I've ever seen into this hotel. It's a, I think it's a 5-star hotel. Don't know the name of it. My friend, she worked there for, they had a big thing where the Chinese were coming in, and they brought clothes in to sell for an event, and she worked there for a couple of weeks doing that. She works at a 5-star hotel, Central Grand, I think it's called. It's on the beach over there near where we live, and she works the kitchen prep. Back there by Terminal 21 is another Central property and Star property, 5-star hotel. So there's plenty of 5-star hotels, and the prices are not like a 5-star hotel in the U.S. They're a lot cheaper. They're expensive for here in Thailand, but as far as what Westerners are used to, be, like I said, a lot cheaper than anywhere in America. This is Pattaya Beach. Some of the fishing boats over there. There's another picture of the hotel. I gotta be careful because the steps here are not very color differential, and you bust your hiney stepping down. They have these chairs. These chairs go for about $3 to $6 a day, depending on what you get, what vendor you talk to. You see the swimming area out there, and you see a couple people in the water. Not a lot of people swim here. And it's not because Thailand's dirty. It's because this is a bay. Dirty. It's because this is a bay. You can see the point over here. And if you follow around, you see the point over there. Well, this whole bay doesn't get flushed out like if you're in Jomtien, which is the next little town down, which is considered Pattaya too, but Jomtien, it's right on the ocean. This is the Thai Ocean, by the way. It's on the ocean, so it gets flushed every day. So you run out to Koh Lan over there if you want to go there. It's on the ocean, so it gets flushed every day. So you run out to Koh Lan over there if you want to go swimming. Or like back up in my place, I'm not in this cove. I'm around the corner, I don't know, about a couple kilometers down. And so it gets flushed really well every day. Now, the reason for that is not sewer waste, but storm sewers from all of Pattaya get washed, and down by the beer garden, they all get emptied right out into here. So any of the trash and stuff that's not filtered out, oil, anything like that, will get dumped into the bay here. And it, there again, is what it is. Plus all those boats. Yeah, there again, like I said, a lot of people do not even swim here. There's more people in the water today than I've probably ever seen. I'm going to toss this umbrella. It's broken in like 8 different places. My girlfriend didn't tell me that, or I'd have bought a new one the other day at DIY. Matter of fact, I'll buy a new one today at DIY. Just put it in there. Now on the beach, they put these new bins in, but they also have these. So there's plenty of places to throw your trash away. That was not the case when I first moved here. Of course, when I came here, we were just getting over COVID. I had gotten here just after they used to require you to stay 2 weeks in a hotel in a quarantine position. You had to stay in your hotel room. The hotel would bring you food, and that's what you had to do for 2 weeks before they let you out. When I got here, I had to show proof of my my COVID test, but then I spent one night. They did a COVID test on me that night I got there, and in the morning they had it red, and if it was negative, then I could go free. I like that a lot better than 2 weeks. But there again, they had watermelon in the room for me. They had waters. They had, if I wanted Coke, they go get it at my charge, of course, but we're in Thailand. A regular 12-ounce Coke here is probably about less than $1, 30 baht. So, yeah, that's going to be my next discussion. So, yeah, that's going to be my next discussion. Prices in Thailand. Like I said, these shares here, the most you're going to pay is like $6 US. Okay, 200 baht, excuse me. Very cheap. I am not going to haggle with anybody. 200 baht, excuse me. Very cheap. I am not going to haggle with anybody. I'm going to give them the money. Matter of fact, I'm going to give them a tip, which they do not require or expect, but they are very grateful. There goes a Coke truck. Hello. Oh, these little buses here, they're called baht buses. You pay 10 baht, 30 cents basically, and you can ride it to your destination. You hop off. You get back on another one to go back home. Of course, this being Beach Road, this is one way south, and then you got to go up the second road, which is one way north. You get on the baht bus and you ride it back the other way. Now, if you're going down to Jomtien, they sometimes charge you 20 baht. Whoopie-doo. Okay, you still paid less than $1, and you've gone like 5 kilometers. So, yeah, don't complain. Come on. Look at the pigeons. Oh, I have yet to see a seagull here. We're on the ocean, and I expected to see seagulls. Now, maybe in Phuket, Koh Samui, maybe they have them down there. I don't know. I haven't been, but pigeons. I came 9,000 miles to see a pigeon. Yes, I'm laughing about that. That's funny. This is the Thai flag. It's the only flag you should see flying here unless there's an event. There are laws about the fact that it's the only flag you see flying. You do see the yellow flag over there and the Thai flag. The yellow flag is a representative of the king. Now, during the month of the Queen's birthday, they'll actually put up her purple one. Interesting fact that Father's Day here is celebrated on King number 9, who passed away about 3 years ago. He was called the People's King. And Thais love him. Not that they don't love 10. They love 9, which was 10's father. And still today, like I said, you'll see people talk about, and I don't know his name, but they'll just say number 9. And when they talk about the new king, they call him number 10. Okay, in the distance, you can see the Hilton. It's attached to Central Pattaya, which is where I'm going. You can't see it, and I don't know how to zoom, but there's the Pattaya sign over there. And like I said, again, that's Kolan over there, which is the nearest island. You go over to the pier. I don't know if you can see the pier from here. You should be able to. I can't distinguish what the pier is. It's over in that area. There's the beer garden down there, and the pier will be over there, the Bali High Pier. I think I said that right. Anyhow, you can get on a ferry there for 30 baht, less than $1, and ride over to the island. Spend your day over there, get back on the ferry, come back over. You can take speedboats. They cost 300 baht. 200 baht is $6 US. And they will run you over there. It takes you about 15 minutes. It'll take you about 15 minutes on the ferry. Rough days, you want to take the ferry because that's a big boat and it's not going to be affected like the little speedboats that are going to run wide open all the way over there. Not many parasailers out there. It's low season. You can see a few. I don't know if you see the big barges. There's one out there. There's one over there. One out there. Anyhow, those barges are actually mini marinas. They actually pull the boats up at night onto the marina. And that's where the takeoff platform, they don't reel them in, reel them out. You stand on the platform, the boat pulls you off, runs you around, and comes back and lands on the barge. They also have food out there. Over here, you have some bigger barges that you might be able to see. Those are actually floating restaurants, and you can go out there. I don't see the pirate ship out here today. They have a new, well, the last 2 years, they have a pirate ship out here as a dinner theater, basically. 7-Elevens. You can throw a rock from one 7-Eleven down to the next. It's just the way it is. There's more 7-Elevens in Thailand than there are in the United States. And Thailand's about a little less than a third of what the U.S. is, as far as size. Let's see, this one, I think, yeah, this one's a Holiday Inn beach. And it's like what you're used to, except it has oceanfront views. Here's your 7-Eleven. I didn't realize that 7-Eleven, oh, it's got a, second floor's got a coffee bakery eat up there. I didn't know that. I've been in that 7-Eleven a lot. I didn't know there's stairs. There's several 2-story 7-Elevens here. I just didn't realize that was one of them. Huh, cool. See, I learn something every time I walk around. And really, the only reason I learned it is because I'm pointing it out to you. Now, if you come here, you will not see any of these chairs on this beach, nor over at Koh Lan on Wednesday. It's called, we jokingly referred to as No Chair Day. I found that out the hard way. I went to Koh Lan one Wednesday, got there, and the bot bus driver said, well, there's no chairs anywhere. Where do you want to go? And I'm like, no chairs. And my friend May had forgot to inform me, because she forgot, that on Wednesdays they clean the beach. So they don't allow any of the chairs and the vendors to be out unless there's like an event going on. Like if there was a fireworks festival or something, then they would let them be there. Over here you see Tops Daily. That's another junior store like a 7-Eleven. Up above it is the Teddy Bear Museum. I don't know if you can see up there. And of course you got Moon Cafe on top of that. Getting back to the bot buses, I'll go there first. I don't use them anymore because where I live, they don't service that well. Now, if I was here and I was too hot and I couldn't walk because I threw my umbrella away, I could get on the bot bus and go all the way down to Walking Street. Would do that, except I need to stop at the Hilton, not Central Fest, not the Hilton, but that's where Central Fest is. One thing I watched YouTube videos and I agree with, when you cross the road, now here's a crosswalk, if the light's working, who knows, 90% aren't. When you start walking, keep up your pace, okay? Thais are used to people crossing the street and they're gauging your speed. You slow down, you're gonna get hit. You speed up, you might get hit. Keep your steady pace, go across, you get hit, oh well, go to the hospital. Back to prices. Like I said, the most you'll ever pay is $6 US for a chair. You can sit in that chair all day. That's your chair. Have a good time. Tell them when you're leaving, goodbye. They have water for sale. You see over here, they have coconuts. They will run, go get food for you, or they'll call a food vendor to bring you food. Everything, of course, you pay extra for that, but everything, they take care of you. Wait on you hand and foot. Better than your own mother. Still wish I could read comments. Go online if you want to. I don't see, if you see the fat lady over there holding up the 2 lobsters, or lobster and fish. But beside it is a webcam. They have traffic cams all over the city and they are public. You can go online and search Pattaya traffic cams and you can view each one of these wherever you want to. We're coming up to the hotel that's shaped like a ship. There's 2 of them actually. There's this one, and you can see the kids' water park here, splash zone. Well, I say kids, I'm sure adults can splash too. But they look like cruise ships. It's really cool. When you look online, you can find the hotels by stars if that's a big deal to you. I would suggest looking, well, don't do that, I'm sorry, looking at reviews. In Thailand, you never, let me say this again, you never leave a bad review. You don't like it, don't like it. Don't put it online. You can actually get charged and pay big fines. I'm talking 50,000 baht. Here again, times that by $3 US, and you'll know what no, divide it by $3 US. There you go. 50 divided by, there you go. And you will pay it before you leave the country. They won't let you leave the country. So yeah, do not, it's called being, you will pay it before you leave the country. They won't let you leave the country. So yeah, do not, it's called being disparaging, putting a bad face on a Thai, and it is actually punishable here. You know, don't think, oh, I'm going to go on Yelp and give this guy a 1 star. Don't do it. Take my advice. Many, many, many foreigners have paid the fines. And if you look at all my stuff, I'm good. Oh, I'm sorry, I get so distracted too easily. It's my dyslexia. Anyhow, the bot bus. I don't use them anymore. I use an app called Bolt, B-O-L-T. Bolt, yeah. B-O-L-T. I take Bolt everywhere. If I have to go down to John P.N. to see TikTok, my visa agent, highly recommend them. Don't go to, you can go to immigration if you want to on your own. I don't even go to immigration. I go to immigration and take a picture. My TikTok agent handles everything. I didn't have him handle my banking because when I first got here, I was told by a YouTuber, yo, you can do that yourself. I'm like, oh, cool. I had to go to immigration. Never go to immigration again. Nope. I know a lot of people like standing in long lines out in the heat, but I don't. I'd prefer pay somebody a little money and let them stand in the line. Plus, they're Thai. They don't stand in lines. They just walk up to the customer service and get helped. And then they know that they got the paperwork right. You don't have nothing to worry about. I'm on a retirement visa now, And I have to do a 90-day reporting, and every 90 days they do the reporting for me. They call me up and say, hey, have you moved? That's what the 90-day reporting is about. See if I'm still, like if I moved to Koh Samui, Thailand wants to know I moved to Koh Samui. Now, I'm not talking about going to Koh Samui for a week and coming back. I'm talking about if I moved there, then I have to report it, and that goes on my 90-day reporting. My visa agent handles all that for me, and then they send me the form that immigration said, good job, thank you for reporting. Here's your proof you did. Comes to another point. Carrying your passport. I've been here for 4 years. Anytime I leave the house, my passport is in my front pocket. People say, oh, you can carry digital, or you can do this, or you can do... Law states that you have to display passport on request. That's police, that's immigration, that's any Thai official that requests it. How many of you have dealt with police officers? I was one for 27 years. I'm not going to gamble on whether or not the street cop knows I can do it digitally. Okay, it says to do it, to show them. And even if you do it digitally, they can request it, and they can hold you till you get somebody to bring your passport to you. Don't do it. Okay? Like I said, been here for 4 years, have never had anybody ask me for my passport. It is sitting in my front pocket if I need it. I'm not going to be detained. Personal opinion, do what you want to. Don't care. Another thing, carry your money wallet. If you only carry one wallet, carry that wallet in your front pocket. Okay, they're not going to pickpocket you. I wear a little oversized shirt. It covers my pockets. But they're not going to come up and grope me in the middle of the night and steal my wallet. That has happened. It's happened to a famous YouTuber. He had 30,000 baht stolen from him here in Pattaya. That's $1,000 bucks. Well, a little under $1,000. Yeah, don't do it. He had his wallet in his back pocket. I'm like, you've been here for 10 years. You know better than that. I'm not going to out who it is. But, I mean, he put it on. He put a video on YouTube about it. So, like, I'm not really outing him. It was his video. Yeah, just don't do it. Put your wallet in your front pocket. I carry my passport wallet. I have a little cover for my passport. And like I said, I've been carrying it for 4 years. My passport's perfectly fine. If you're worried about the storms, get a Ziploc bag. Carry your stuff in a Ziploc bag. I do that during Songkran here. If you know what Songkran is, the water festival. You come outside during Songkran, you are going to get hosed. Pattaya carries it to a whole different level than the rest of Thailand. Matter of fact, it is a whole week-long celebration. Everywhere else in Thailand, it's 3 days. Here, it's a week, weekend to weekend. And you are going to get hosed anytime you go outside. So if you get mad about getting wet, stay in your hotel that week. So I'm telling you, you will. I don't see any signs for festivals coming up. Okay, this road over here is the famous Soi 6. It is the Gully Bar Street. You go up this street anytime after 6 p.m. And if you're an older male, you're going to feel great because you're going to have 100 women say, "Hey, sexy man, come here." I don't care how fat you are, I don't care how skinny you are, I don't care how tall you are, I don't care how short you are. You are definitely going to get ladies telling you how good you look. There again. You hear people all the time talk about how they got scammed in Thailand. No, you didn't. You went to Vegas and went to a strip club. They're going to tell you how great you are, too. It's not a scam. You knew what you were doing. This next street, Soi 6. I don't know what this one is. Soi 6. Next one south. Unless you are looking for lady boys, do not go down that road. Because that's where all the lady boy bars are. I have nothing against ladyboys. Not my thing. I don't go down there. If it's your thing, feel free. Okay, but if you go down there and you disrespect one of them by saying, oh, you probably have something larger than me, you're going to get your ass handed to you, and they're going to hit you with their high heels, and have been known to send many foreigners to the hospital. There again, if you're into ladyboys, that's the street you want to go down. If you're not, and you're just going to make fun of them, don't do it. Go to Choice 6, you'll have a lot more fun. This is here in honor, I believe it's a general or a king's horse. And that's how I know I'm at Soy 6, because it's right across the street. Those are about 17-inch pipes going out. This here is at least 17-inch, comes out of the storm sewer. When we get rain, these will be turned on. You will still have the road over flooding and will wash away this beach. You will have craters that are 4 to 6 foot deep. The next day, you'll see Thais out here with their tractors, and they will have this all filled in by the next day. So you never know what happened. But just know that if you're here and it's raining, these things are going to be on, but they can't handle the flow that they get. There again, no problem with Thailand. They're trying. They're doing their best. Yeah, I can't read all that. Now you will see a lot of these, especially in the parking garages around here, the old Land Cruisers. Land Rover, excuse me, not cruisers. I don't think that's the actual Land Rover. Love those things. You know, they tamed Africa. Okay, there ain't a better vehicle ever made. I don't care. I'm American. I love those things. I had an International Scout. It's a great vehicle. Those are incredible. Prices. When you've been here as long as I have, and you've gotten used to Thai pricing, you go to the malls that have the stuff from the USA, Eastern Europe, Western Europe, excuse me. You see shirts. I have bought a lot of shirts since I've been in Thailand. I wear these wick-away shirts. I ain't paid more than 500 baht for a shirt. And when I say 500 baht, that's $15. And those shirts are, how should I say, like Triangle Bar, where I like to go. That's my favorite bar. My only bar, actually. My favorite bar. I've bought 2 shirts from them. They cost me 500 baht each. $15. Those are my most expensive shirts. I have Columbia shirts that I brought from America that I paid $70 for. You know. But in Thailand, I've gotten so used to Thai prices, going to the markets and stuff. I go to the mall and there's a shirt for, you know, let's say $20. No way. You're insane. I'm not paying that. There again. It's just funny how my mind has reset to Thailand. Now, if I go back to America and I see a shirt I like and it's $45, I'll buy it. But here I can get just as good a quality going to the market. Now, having said that, going to the market, you want to try a shirt on. And there's nowhere really to try them on. You just have to pull it on over your shirt you're wearing. You don't want to take your shirt off because you've been sweating all day, so don't do that. And then put on somebody else's shirt. But anyhow, you do want to try it on. I am an XL in American sizes. Most of my shirts that I wear are 5XL. Yeah, they're not 5XL. They are XL, maybe 2XL at best. Try your shirt on. Shoes. I see this all the time. People say, oh, you can just bring some flip-flops and be happy. You know, you want shoes, pick up shoes here. I wear 8.5 wide. They don't have wide nothing. If you wear a wide shoe, I don't care if you're a 10.5 shoe, you wear wide, you're not going to find it in Thailand. Maybe Bangkok at some of the super malls, possibly. I know none of the 3 malls here in Pattaya have it. I know I went online to Skechers Thailand. You can't even order wide. I'm a Skechers fan. That's my favorite shoes. I just have my son, and I buy them in America. I have them sent to my son, and my son mails them to me. And I pay duty when they come here. Don't care. That's my shoe. I'm going to wear it. There's a beach club here. It's tied to that hotel back there, but you can buy daily passes to use the pool. I shouldn't say this. Nah, it doesn't look like bad scenery because you can see the beach from here. Don't want to get banned on TikTok. My first live. Hope y'all enjoying this. Hope I haven't gotten too boring. Like I said, I'm going to cut it off when I get down to the Hilton. Coming up on my left-hand side is Hard Rock Cafe. Now, it's Hard Rock Hotel and Cafe. There's no casinos. There's no gambling in Thailand whatsoever, other than they do have this little Thai lottery thing. And it's drawn on the 16th and the 1st. But other than that, there's no gambling. It took me forever to find playing cards here. If you're a solitaire fan, bring your cards from America. One deck. Don't bring a bunch. One deck. You can find them if you go like to down here on Beach Road. There's a couple of markets that ran by Indians, not Native American. And you can find them there. Sex toys. Don't bring your sex toys to Thailand. They're against the law. There again. Go right down here. You'll see some of the Indian markets on the side. When I say markets, they're open air shopping areas. Okay? They could supply you with your needs if that's what you need. You have people coming around on motorbikes all the time trying to sell you watches. Okay, dude, if they're selling you a watch for 500 baht, it's not a real Rolex. Hello? Shouldn't have to say that. That's not a scam. That's you're stupid. And if you try to take that Rolex back to America and you get stopped at customs for bringing in counterfeit property, that's up to you. Not saying they will, but I wouldn't try it. I don't like jail. Here's a better picture of the beach. The last tents are down there, and there'll be more picking up down here. If you do come to Thailand and they have these cones, little swim areas, stay inside of them. If you don't, you will get run over by boats and jet skis. Okay? There's a reason they put them out there for your protection. Use it. Now, if you're going off on the island and you're on a boat excursion and they take you to a place to snorkel, you're fine. Maybe. But when you're on the beach, you see these jet skiers and they have pulling the banana. You see this boat coming from the beach. There's another banana boat there, banana boat down there. They're looking back behind them to see if the riders are okay. You're likely to get ran over. And it has happened many times down here. So, word to the wise. And they just redid all these. It's really nice. They're anchored out. They put swim platforms in all of these. Although at low tide, all these could be sitting on the ground. Just to say. Right now is not super high tide, but it's higher than normal. Another thing that's illegal in Thailand is prostitution. So if you come down this street at nighttime and there's a whole bunch of ladies out there waiting for services that they will oblige, just know that you can be arrested. Has anybody been arrested? I have no clue. I don't know of anybody, but they can. Now, they did have a big crackdown not too long ago with the foreign ladies that were down here who are here on tourist visa and they're working. And they had a big issue with that because they're not getting paid their taxes. So, yeah, they did arrest a lot of them a couple months ago. It was an easy arrest. You're not allowed to do it. Oh, well. I don't know what the fine is that they get you, but I'm sure there's a set fine for it. You pay it at the Pattaya Police Department, and I'll show you when we get up there and go on your way. Hopefully you have the fine amount. Motorcycles, motorbikes, you have to wear a helmet. If you don't wear a helmet, it's a 2,000 baht fine, which is $60 US. I got better things to do with my $60 than to pay 2,000 baht fine. Don't do it. You're like, well, I see all the Thais driving. Nah. That doesn't cut it. If they decide they're going to stop you, they're going to stop you and you're going to get a ticket. You're not going to talk your way out of a ticket. You're going to get the ticket. Going the wrong way on one of these soys. They're one way. You're like, well, I see the motorbike taxi doing it. I'm going to do it. Guess what? You're going to get a ticket. You're like, well, that's not fair. Welcome. These are showers that they installed. I don't know if they're working. I've never seen anybody use one. But they've installed like 3 of them along here. That's another thing. Let me find one coming up. I know there's one. Anyhow, and I don't know if you can see it down the way, but there's a Burger King. I have Burger King once a month just to get my Whopper and onion ring fix in. Those that don't know, I'm mostly carnivore. Eat steak, eggs, chicken, seafood, and a little bit of cheese. Not a lot of cheese. I mean, I may have a block of extra sharp cheddar for the month, and I'm talking about one of those little 8-ounce packs. I was diagnosed last year, I don't know, it's probably about August, with diabetes. My numbers were 14, which they say that's high. It's supposed to be between 4 and 5.7, I think it is. 6 is pre-diabetes. Where I was full-blown diabetes. I was having some neuropathy. Guess what? Caused by diabetes. I went on carnivore. I was on metformin for 2 months, or 4 months. Yeah, two testing cycles. And then there's a nice rooftop bar. Squirrel. Anyhow, get back. I was on metformin for 2 months, or 4 months. The third rotation, I went into the doctor. I said, that's it. I'm not taking metformin anymore. I'll just do it with diet. He laughed at me and said, okay, whatever you want. And I came back 3 months later, and my levels were down. With metformin, had never got below 7, but my level was 5 when I got back doing carnivore. Say it works, say it don't. It's up to you. I don't care. Oh, it's unhealthy because you're clogging your arteries. Yeah, whatever. All my numbers, including my cholesterol, are better now than they were before. My results, not medical advice. Cafe Le Page is nice. They got this downstairs seating area, but they also got up top seating area. And up top, you see the beach really well. And over there is a famous suit place. You can get a suit made in a few days. Come to Thailand, get your suit made, take it home with you, and you'll never have a better fitting, custom-made suit. There's several others in the markets and stuff, all Indian ran. I'm not saying anything negative about any of them. I just never used them. Never used them, but I know a lot of people who have, so. I am going to use some of the Indian markets. I do want 4 or 5 suits to take home to America when I go back. So I will go over there and have some made. Wanted to make sure I got my weight loss down to where it's going to be and steady. Another thing with carnivore. I don't drink sweet tea anymore. I do drink 1 glass of unsweet tea a day. My one downfall is I drink Gatorade, 1 little bottle, 12-ounce bottle of Gatorade every day. I know, it's got sugar content in it. Well, whoopie-doo. I'm doing it for my electrolytes. If it's not helping, oh well, it makes me feel good. I don't drink Coke. I quit that last June. Don't miss it. Matter of fact, I drank a Sprite, I don't know, about 6 months ago. It made me sick as all get out. I had to have my girlfriend finish drinking it. I couldn't drink it. Kamikaze, whatever it is, all get out. I had to have my girlfriend finish drinking it. I couldn't drink it. Kamikaze, whatever the name that is, I pronounce that terribly. Nice place to eat. They have some tuk-tuks you can take pictures in. They have high seating and they have traditional Asian seating, which is the low, you sit on the floor. But very nice, not too ridiculously priced, being it's right here on the ocean. You know, some of these places are like 1,000, 1,500 baht, so you're talking about $30 to $45. People, I eat 50, 60 baht food. Just leave the beach area, go to the second road, and go on the other side of the second road, like Tree Town area, you'll find plenty. I don't like it spicy. I definitely don't like spicy. You just tell them you don't want it spicy. They will make any dish they make over here, they will make a non-spicy dish. These people are used to foreigners, and they are here to make you happy. I had a long trouble talking to the girl that lives with me, telling her, say, hey, we can go anywhere. Oh, no, you can't go. Too spicy, too spicy, too spicy. I'm like, they make non-spicy everything for you. And by the way, don't say little spicy, okay? Little spicy is spicy. The girl that lives with me ate a ghost pepper. She sniffled a little bit, said it cleaned her sinuses, but wasn't bad. She said it was actually a little different than like a red chili pepper. But, yeah, none of this, I gotta get milk, and then you see these YouTube videos. All I say is wimp and don't come to Thailand. No, I joke. Like I said, you can get, I do not eat anything spicy. You can get it the way you want it. There's a Tops Daily, you know, like our junior stores in America. Like I said, we're headed to the Hilton, which is actually right beside the Pattaya Beach Police, which I have never been there because I never have been there. The only thing I've ever had conversation with the Thai police is, hello, how are you doing? Or Swati cop. Hello is Swati cop. Thank you is Kapun Cup. If you're female, it's Ka. So it'd be Swati Cup, or Swati Ka, or Kapun Ka if you're female. Male, there's the P on the end, Kop. I figured that's about all the Thai I know, but you know, it's nice, plus it'll make them wonder, did he understand everything else I said? That's the funny part. I love it. You go into a junior store and they're bop, 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 bop. And you go, cup and cup. Then they're looking at each other like, did he understand what we were saying? That's fun. I don't know. I like that kind of stuff. Okay, it's going to be real safe to cross the next time. You see all these policemen? They'll stop when the policemen are here. And you see, it gives you a countdown. It's going to change now. So, just understand that. I try not to film Thais if I can help it. There's actually rules against it. You have to have their permission. Okay, I'm walking along. Hopefully I didn't identify any of them. And no big deal. But it is not, as you hear on YouTube, oh, we're out in public, they can do what they want to. But no. That's your laws in your country. Here, just because they're standing in public does not give you free reign to do anything you want to. Yeah. Cup and cup. Just like him, he's wondering now if I understood anything more. Ha! That's a king, by the way, number 10. This is a monument to people who have passed away, if I understand correctly. And this is the police department. Yeah, get a ticket, you go there to pay it. If you get there at nighttime, I'm sorry for you. You might have just gotten beat up by a ladyboy. And, you know, why mess with them, okay? And then you get to go home and go, I got my ass handed to me by a ladyboy. Don't do it. No, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said ass. Strike that. Oops, sorry. One thing I have a problem with is I have cataracts in my right eye. So I can't see anything out of my right eye. So sometimes people passing me, I don't know that they're there. You have your Starbucks out here, and you also have another Starbucks in the mall. Although on the 4th floor you have Cafe Amazon, which is what Thais like to drink from. Very good coffee. They have Thai tea. If you have a Thai friend, she's going to want you to go there rather than 95% of the times. I know a few Thais that drink from Starbucks, but it's just way too expensive for them. So they'd rather go. I mean, my girlfriend's Thai tea is like $1.25. There's some street food here. Yeah, notice the price. 15 baht for chicken, beef, pork, for each stick. And then they'll reheat them. They've got them cooked and they'll reheat them for you. So, yeah, you can eat easily for 50 baht. Water at 7-Eleven is like 7 baht. A 12, 16-ounce bottle. They have different events down here, and there's your Mickey D's. I may have eaten at Mickey D's total of 3 times in the 4 years. I don't care for Mickey D's personally. I don't care for it anything else. But they do have ice cream there. If Dairy Queen's too busy, you can go there and get your ice cream. The other Starbucks is right over there. Very nice. It's got 2 separate levels. Starbucks here has 3 levels. They have a level down here. They have this level, and they have a rooftop. Rooftop's very nice. You can see the beach and see what's going on. People look at me like I'm crazy because I'm talking to you all. Here we got H&M. You got several Western stores you're used to. You can find most of the stuff here. If not, go down to Terminal 21. They got more. Don't like that, go down to Bangkok and you can get anything you want to in Bangkok. All right, well, I'm going to leave it off here. I hope you all enjoyed my first live on TikTok. And I'll be doing more. I got to figure out how to put picture in picture. But y'all have an excellent day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye. Don't let me figure out how to shut it off. Got to get out of the sun. Okay, we're going to go inside and see how it turned off. I can't see diddly squat out here. You like the floor? Oh, come on. There's got to be an off button here somewhere. There again, you probably told me where it is. I just can't read. What if I turn the app off? I would really like to save it, though, if I can. There's share. I want to share it. I can pause live. All right, y'all have a good day. I'm going to pause live, see where we go from there. Okay, came back on. I'll be done in that. I may just have to shut the app down, but I really wanted to save it.